The silence of change. It was late February 2020 when Mia first heard the news. She was scrolling through her phone, sipping her coffee in the cozy corner of a cafe when a headline caught her attention. Outbreak of pneumonia in Wuhan, China. Authorities investigating. She'd skimmed the article and thought little of it, dismissing it as just another virus, another headline. Then a few weeks later, the world began to shift. It started with whispers, conversations around the office, the supermarket, and even on social media. The virus had a name now, COVID-19, and soon that name was everywhere. Mia's world, like everyone else's, became a blur of uncertainty. March 2020. Schools closed, offices emptied, and the streets of her city, once bustling with life, became eerily quiet. Mia had just moved into a small apartment in the heart of the city a few months earlier, excited about the new beginning. Now she watched the world from her window, a world that seemed to be slipping away. The days became a cycle of fear, confusion, and isolation. Mia kept in touch with her family through video calls, but it wasn't the same. She missed their presence, their laughter, the warmth of hugs. Everyone, it seemed, was locked in their own little world, quarantined within the walls of their homes. One evening, her brother called her, his voice shaky. "I don't know how much longer we can do this, Mia," he said. "The news is getting worse. People are losing their jobs, getting sick, and we're stuck here." Mia felt that same weight in her chest. The uncertainty was suffocating. They had all been glued to the news, tracking the rising numbers of cases, the lack of medical supplies, and the fear that seemed to linger in every corner of the world. She couldn't escape it. April 2020. The lockdowns became stricter. Streets were empty. Store shelves were barren, and even the air seemed quieter. The sound of planes had vanished, and the only cars on the roads were essential workers. But one thing was constant: the shared experience of fear. The virus had done more than just infect the body. It had infected the mind. Everyone was affected, but in different ways. Mia's work had gone remote, and she found herself staring at a screen for hours on end. She missed the energy of her office, the simple act of walking to work, the small talk in the hallways. The isolation became unbearable, and she began to struggle with her own mental health. But she wasn't alone in that. It was during one of those long, lonely days that Mia received a message from her childhood friend, Sarah, who had been living overseas. Sarah's message was simple: "How are you holding up?" Mia hadn't realized how much she needed to hear from someone until she read those words. They talked for hours that evening, reminiscing about old memories, laughing through the tears. For the first time in a long while, Mia felt a glimmer of hope. May 2020. As weeks passed, things began to change. Hospitals and healthcare workers,